let's start. Public speaking course, and I want to offer you 3 parts of it. Remember this magical number, 3. And if you want to learn from the best, Steve Jobs was the one who was always using number 3 in his presentations, because that's the most memorable, that's the easiest to comprehend, the number of points. And I will talk to you about the mindset, the message, and the delivery. We will start with the most important part, with the mindset. So I will just erase this. And what we will be talking about today, and then on Thursday, and then in our next session about mindset. Well, first of all, it's purpose. You need to understand, we all need to understand why we even want these public speaking skills. Why do you need presentation skills in your life? Maybe you need it for your career, for your business. Maybe you want to give presentations to customers, to clients, or during the meetings. Maybe you want to become a good speaker and you even want to speak to thousands of people on this stage. Or maybe you just want to be a very persuasive, powerful communicator. And when you are standing in the circle of your friends, when you have 3, 4 people in front of you, you want to be able to persuade them in whatever message you have. Maybe you just have something really inspiring to tell to people and you want to be able to deliver this message to them in the best way possible. So what is that purpose? Why do you want public speaking skills? And believe me, you want these skills because all of us right now, we are communicators. We are speakers. You talk to your friends. You talk to your colleagues at work. You speak. I mean, unless, of course, you're not able to do that. So you need public speaking skills, but you need to understand why in your context, in your own life. Decide, because the rest of those points, remember, the message and the delivery, all of that will depend on your why, on your purpose. Because definitely we give different messages to for different purposes in different contexts. That's why we need to know. Also, our delivery will be different depending on where, in what context, and why we're giving this message. That's why it's very, very important for you to understand, to keep in mind, what is your purpose? Why do you need these public speaking skills, and where you will be using these skills? The second point is people. So, who are those people that you will be speaking to? Maybe that's a huge audience of thousands of people, and that's why, of course, you will need to modify, to change your message accordingly. And also your delivery will be different. Of course, you will be speaking in front of the thousands of people, or even in front of hundreds of people in one way, and then your delivery will be totally different when you're speaking to your friends, when there are 2 and 3 people in front of you, or just 10 people sitting during the meeting when you have to give the presentation. So keep in mind, who are those people? Because also you need to know as much as possible about your audience. Of course, sometimes those audiences will be changing, but still it's important to keep in mind, who are they? Who you usually speak that you need these public speaking skills for? And maybe who do you want to speak in the future? Who are these people? Then, as soon as you know specifically, then get to know them as much as possible. Find out, because your message will depend on those people, on their background, on their interests, on their expertise, and what profession they have. So think about people, because remember, in public speaking, in presentations, it's all about the audience. Remember, it's not about me. It's about you. Right now, I'm thinking about you when I am giving you these presentation skills. I'm thinking, why would you want this? And I understand that among my audience right now, there could be a lot of different people with many different purposes. And that's why I'm giving you all of this so that you could think and you would decide, why do you want this? What's your purpose? Who are those people? Why and who? Purpose and people. Who will you speak to? And remember, the audience is the most important part of your public speaking skills. You need to think about them. It's not about us, it's about them. It's not about me, it's about you. I'm giving this to you, and that's what you need to keep in mind when you prepare your message, when you think about your delivery. You need to always keep in mind what's in it for you, what's in it for your audience. Wi-Fi, we call it. What's in it for your audience? People. And then the third part here is panic. Okay, I can tell you for sure, yes, I took the word panic just because it starts with P. And so this just looks really cool. Look at that. Purpose, people, panic, but no, we don't want any panic, and we can put fear here. Fear sounds a little bit better. I mean, it's not great, but it's something that we have in our life for sure. We can't live without fear. Fear is it's a primary emotion, and we've had this forever. Panic is maybe something scary, so do we want to erase that? Maybe I can erase this, especially nowadays. We want the word fear here. Because you probably will agree with me. Fear is something people have in general, in the whole world. Fear of public speaking. Fear of being in front of the audience, of speaking in front of people. Why? There are so many different reasons. You can think about yourself. You can look deeper and understand your own fear. Why are you afraid of standing in front of the audience and speaking? Maybe you're afraid of the camera, because some people that I was working with, they said, I'm not afraid of speaking to a huge, on the stage, to a huge group of people in front of me, but I am afraid of speaking into the camera. I get nervous when I have to give some kind of online seminars because I don't know who's there behind me, behind that camera, who's listening. So first, you need to understand your fear. And this is something that we will talk more about next time in the next session. But first of all, I need you to understand that fear is something normal. It's something that most people in the world have. They say this is number 2 fear of public speaking, I mean. This is number 2 fear in the world after death. So people are afraid of death, that's number 1. And then number 2 is people are afraid of public speaking. I want you to understand that it's totally normal. Fear is totally fine. Now, this is about mindset. So what I want you to realize is that before you even start thinking about the message, before you start preparing your delivery and practicing your delivery, you need to get into your head. You need to think about the mindset. You need to prepare and have the right attitude. And that's why it's important to think about your purpose. It's important to keep in mind who you will be talking to. So who are those people? And it's super important, it's crucial to understand your own fear. Now, I want to really devote the whole session for the topic of fear. We'll go even deeper into our mindset when we talk about that. And I'll share with you several secrets, my own secrets. Some of my students and clients know that already, and you will know that too. But what I would love you to do now is some action steps. We will finish every session with action steps. So I want you to work on your mindset, start working on your mindset. And today I would like you to focus on these first 2 P's, on purpose and on people. So write down, what is your purpose for public speaking? Why do you need that? In which context? In which area? In which circumstances? Where in your life do you need that? So write down your purpose and write down your people. Because when we are done with mindset, we'll talk about the message, and you will be preparing your message for those specific people and for that specific purpose. All right? So the next time we'll go deeper into fear. So we'll talk about the ways to overcome that fear and actually to use that fear. You can leverage that fear. You can totally take advantage of it. You can ride that fear because it's fun. And we'll talk about that. Okay, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, and I will talk to you again next time.